So welcome back to my channel Orchid House. I'm Olivier in Fort Lauderdale, and today I want to do a follow-up of the video from 11 months ago regarding repotting a Catasetum, and also show you a female flower because that's what I got basically. Now, just quick side note, if you don't understand everything I'm talking about, there's a text below the video which is a recap of what I'm discussing here. And I started doing that in French and Spanish as well, and if there's room I use the Google Translator for Portuguese, which I do not speak. The Google Translator is pretty good. So this is the very, and everything is soaking wet, and we had 2 soaking days. This is the very plant that was repotted 11 months ago. I'm going to put a link to the video. So the good news, back then it was not a very well-performing plant. It was very scrawny looking. I wasn't very happy with the bulbs. Now these are very, very plump. So the whole thing is really strong. It had a great growth here. The other good news is that it bloomed twice, once in February and once now, but unfortunately each time those were female flowers. Now I have 2 inflorescences here. 1 and 2, one has 3 flowers, the other one 4, so that's 7. That's not bad at all, but that's what they look like. So that's why nobody really wants female flowers. They are not super pretty. They all look pretty much the same across every single species of Catasetum, so the only way to tell a Catasetum species from another is really through the male flowers. Now, these female flowers though last way longer than the male flowers. It's just like us human beings. The women last much longer than we do. They are the strong ones. So a female flower like that can last 3, 4, up to 6 weeks, whereas male flowers usually are gone within a week or 2. I'm not sure why these 2 are already fading. They're only a week old, so I don't know what happened. But that's basically what your female flower looks like. So these are gonna turn very yellow as they age. This, like I said, is already dying, but the inside is gonna turn like orangey. They are very fragrant. It's the same fragrance as the male flowers. It's a typical Catasetum fragrance that I describe as toothpaste. It's always tough to describe a fragrance. That's the best I could come up with. But if you know Catasetums, that's basically the standard fragrance from a pileatum. Now, the other bad news regarding this plant, it's still completely off schedule. I mean, it's not supposed to be blooming right now. Right now, usually, what I have, all the Catasetums have gone through their dormancy. Half of them have been repotted and are not being watered yet, and the other half is already being watered. So I even have one here, there's 2 actually that are already growing a spike. They're gonna be blooming. And then you have, like I said, half which are not being watered yet, although they've been repotted, and I'm gonna recap that as well. So you see here you have a decent size bulb, but there are practically no roots yet. So this is way too early to water. And these bulbs are plump. They may not look like it, but they are strong. So this can last a while, and I want much longer roots. I really want these roots to go all the way to the bottom. They say 3 to 5 inches or 7.5 to 12.5 centimeters before you start watering them. Same thing with this one. A nice size growth, but there's hardly any roots. It's really tiny, a tiny root ball. So I need way more roots and longer roots before I start watering. And again, this is a very plump bulb. That's the water reserve that helps the plant go through dormancy, so it's good. And then this one, it's a fat one. That's a Fred Clarkiara. This is not a very impressive bulb yet, and it has plenty of roots, but these roots are not very long. You see, this is also why I use the transparent pots. It's easy to monitor the size of the roots. So none of these, they are actually not here. They are underneath, they are located underneath an overhang where no water, no rainwater can hit them. And like I said, the rest basically is already being watered. That's the new season. So this is an oddball. And the thing is, it was already off schedule last year. It's going to be even more off schedule this year because this is late April, so these flowers are going to last a while, so I don't think this is going to go dormant, if at all, before June or July, so this is not normal. And then before I let you go, I just want to quickly show you, I'll be right there, a Steinopia saccata, which is about to bloom. It's a young plant. I bought it recently, so I'm not even going to take credit for the flowers, but I can't wait for them to open up. So that's it, like I said. So si vous voulez une traduction en français, il y a un texte en dessous de la vidéo. Si usted desea una explicación en español, la puede encontrar debajo del video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.